All right, let's keep going and solve the remaining locked rooms. The second locked room mystery occurred 3 months ago in that mansion. The corpse was inside the study, and the room's key was found underneath the corpse. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
Are you going to the second locked room?
There are dolls nailed across the room. The victim is nailed down in the same manner. And the culprit was also missing from this room? It shares common traits with the other Nailman killings.
And we're trapped again. Looks like you gotta solve the mystery of this locked room or we're not leaving.
I'll try. The door was locked when the corpse was found. And the only key was underneath the body. There are no windows that could have been used to escape, and the vent is too small to fit through. So how did the culprit escape from here?
Is it possible that there's a bookshelf here? Like a hidden door? Yeah, no. Oh, that did a lot.
What if a hidden path?
That's a clean.
Which means
Okay, so... Oh. Okay. That's fun.
there doesn't
You can't escape.
Oh, right, the door... Oh. Okay. I'm very
It's too
confused.
small.
Yes, and it looks
You can't escape.
here.
It's just the door again?
This has to be the spot. To leave the room, the culprit had to have taken this door to the hallway.
Huh? There's nothing special about that.
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another entrance or exit.
But the door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right? After locking it from outside in the hallway, how did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
Try it. Everything must be verified.
Sure. After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door. Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the problem is...
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Master? Don't tell me you still have no idea.
Hold on, let me think this over. We should go back inside for now. Huh?
Looks like we're locked out.
This is bad, Master! You better hurry or you'll fall into the abyss!
What do I do?
Calm down. You just need to solve the mystery. Doing that will open the path. You can do it, can't you?
Yes, I'll try.
We have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
What happened to the... Throw it away? That's not it.
This must be it.
This one's... I don't know.
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door. And if they managed to throw the key right under the corpse from here... It stopped. But nothing happened. The door is still closed.
If it was wrong, a trap would have activated. So we're on the right track about the key being thrown in.
But there's more to it than that. If you simply threw it in, it'd be impossible to position it under the corpse. I see. So this is the vital clue for this locked room. I'm beginning to understand what happened here.
Oh, Lara, have you already solved the trick to this locked room?
You haven't?
Hey, quit playing hard to get and tell us. Or just me. You can whisper it in my ear.
If you want information from me, you'll have to pay a fitting price in Xian. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You really are a devil. Trying to take money from a death god, huh?
The key was definitely tossed inside. But that doesn't explain how it got under the corpse. So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after tossing the key in? Maybe the corpse was moved? That would explain how it was on top of the key. But how do you move a body from outside a locked room?
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only things here that can block our progress are mysteries, right?
That's true. So, we just need to solve the mystery.
At least give me a heads up first.
It says, how was the corpse moved?
I've been trying to figure it out for a while, but...
Evidence was left at the scene.
Huh?
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand what tool the culprit used to pull this off.
Tool?
That's all the advice I'll provide. You must figure out the rest yourself if you wish to be a true detective.
Got it.
Got it? You just want the mystery solved for you, huh? I can tell, because I'm your mentor. So, I'll help you out. Are you ready? You better be.
Huh? Ready for what?
Lay it all out, Master!
play the Shinigami puzzle? Keep that up! Great! Keep that up! Keep that up! Nice! Go, go, go!
That's right. There was evidence of a thin string being used at the scene of the crime. A sturdy and thin string like a fishing line must have been used to move the body.
You really think a tiny string could move a whole corpse?
There he is again! That rude and gloomy guy!
That deduction is wrong. You're wrong.
What could be wrong about it? Master sounded really confident just now.
Listen. The nails in that corpse's leg pierced through his body and into the floor. Which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how could the corpse be moved?
Oh, true. If the corpse was stuck in place, it'd be impossible to move it.
Indeed. It would be impossible.
Laura, you think so too? So I was wrong the whole time? Huh? The door!
The truth is slipping further away!
Of course it is, because your deduction is wrong. You people will never reach the truth. This is the end.
Master, let's take him down first!
Yeah.
Your deduction is wrong.
Oh shit.
Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place. It didn't move a millimeter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved. That's an indisputable fact.
Right.
But
Then...
Your deduction is wrong.
ah, did it again.
Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place. It didn't move a millimeter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved.
I'll slash through this mystery. No, there was evidence the body had been moved. The upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently. The blood from the lower body flowed naturally outwards, along the body's outline. But blood from the upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips. If the corpse was motionless on its back, there wouldn't be such unusual blood stains. In other words, it's safe to assume the body's position was different from when it was discovered.
What? What's this?
Ugh, gross! We gotta hurry and get through that door.
Unusual circumstances. It doesn't matter. As long as the corpse was pinned to the floor, it couldn't be moved. You can't change the truth.
Even this didn't work? Am I just wrong about it all?
No, you're correct. The answer you've reached using the evidence is the truth.
Lara!
There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case. Evidence at the crime scene indicate the corpse was moved. So all that remains is to answer, how was the pinned body moved? That bizarre bloodstain holds the clue to all of this.
The bloodstain? If the bloodstain is the clue for how the body could be moved, even while pinned...
Master, we gotta chase after the door! It's getting further away!
Hey, wait!
I won't let you!
That's right! The corpse was sitting up at first. That's why only the wounds in the upper half of the body bled straight down. The string I mentioned before was thin but sturdy. It was all over the room, holding the body's upper half in place. That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it. The culprit then retrieved all the string that kept the corpse in place from outside the door. And with nothing to support it, the top half of the corpse fell back to the floor, just like how it was discovered.
It appears this locked room mystery will finally be solved.
Huh? When did that happen?
Maybe you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Master, you know the answer, right? Let's finish this!
Right.
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery.
Maybe you got the order wrong.
Yeah.
First, you need to tie the fishing line down. Find a...
So it's this.
First, a knot was tied through a slit in the vent. After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place.
But then the doll.
That's it! It passed through a doll's eye! And then the fishing line passed through the eye to somewhere else. Right. The line was then passed around a certain point on the corpse. That was...
Was it this one that had the mark under the neck?
Here, behind the neck. The line ends here to support it. Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent, the doll's eye, and ended beneath the neck.
Hang on. Why pull a line through the doll first? Can't you just start by pulling it from under the body?
To support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place. Next, the fishing line.
There are think it over one.
Would it have gone back to the Oh no. I think it's this.
There are
Fuck.
think it over one more time.
Okay, so it's just the door.
Now, to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been completely prepared. So next...
Then you go out the door.
The culprit exited through the door and locked it with the key. And then... the key was thrown through the gap in the vent. If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to untie the line. Then... the corpse, which was supported only by the line, would fall face up on top of the key. That's how the culprit created the locked room.
Hooray! You did it! That's my master!
The bloodstains were strange. The length of the nails driven into the upper and lower body were different. The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body. But the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor. That was how the lower half could be secured, while the upper half could still be moved around.
That sure was tricky, but you managed to solve the mystery behind it.
Except...
Hey! Looks like we finally made it to the treasure chest. Speaking of, don't you think that whoever worked the hardest should get to open it? Which is me, of course.
This is probably another clue leading to the culprit. I'm not sure how we use it. Still, it must be used for something. Hold on to it for now. Let's solve the rest.
Right.
The first locked room happened 6 months ago in a secret club in Kamasaki District. An old geezer was nailed to the wall in an underground casino. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
Are you going to the first locked room?
Oh, did we get trapped inside a locked room again? But if the mystery isn't solved, then I won't escape this place. Trapped in a cramped room with these two. Sounds kind of fun, actually.
I have no intention of playing along with your fantasies. Yuma, hurry up and take care of this.
Yeah, okay.
This is where I used Halara's Forte with my coalescence for the first time. Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past. Some things were obviously different. Those are most suspicious.
Here! I know! What about the vent?
You believe the culprit escaped through the vent?
Yes, I'm sure of it. When I saw the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the four corners of the vent cover were removed. Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
How ludicrous. You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent? That's impossible.
Pretty sus.
Master, poke him full of holes until he's a makeshift golf course.
What does that mean?
How ludicrous. They used the vent. That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed.
Oh, what?
Then...
How ludicrous. They used the vent. That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed. There's no foothold to use to reach it.
I'll slash through this mystery! Some of the nails stuck in the bottom of the vent were bent downward. The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footing to reach the vent. The weight caused the nails to bend.
So you're forced to fight this way every time. Quite the test of endurance.
Yeah, no kidding.
However, solving the mystery itself was simple. The nails were used as footing to escape through the vent. Did you find that out using my post-cognition?
Yeah, without your help, this case would have been impossible to solve.
You'll never be considered a full-fledged detective until you can handle a case like this on your own.
Sorry.
You got lectured again. Sucks to be a rookie, huh? Anyway, let's head out. I'll use the nails on the wall as footing, just like you deduced.
Right, let's hurry.
The Mystery Labyrinth. Such a bizarre place. I must ask, is there no way to escape besides solving the mysteries?
You mean like an emergency exit? Unfortunately, I don't think that exists.
An emergency exit, huh? Well, there is one, kinda.
There is?
But it doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from. Besides, to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy, heavy price.
And that is?
Don't worry about it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway. So, never mind. Just concentrate on solving the mystery.
Got it. That's...
There it is! Another treasure! So, who's gonna open the treasure chest this time? How about, whoever looks like they'd win a character popularity poll? Oh, that's me! Alright, another solution key!
Looks like another clue leading us toward the culprit.
Someone thin.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble. And given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
So the culprit must be thin. We're narrowing down the possibilities quite nicely.
Keep it up, Master! This is all thanks to my training. That's it for all the locked rooms. We make a pretty good team, don't you think so?
Well, what do we do from here? I see. The way forward is clear. It must be due to solving all of the locked room mysteries. Now let's go.
Right.
Again, I gotta ask, who's supposed to be the protagonist here?
I see.
That's it for all the locked rooms.
This place is creepy.
Don't be afraid to roll the dice. You must keep pursuing the truth. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Isn't that right?
Yes. Is this some dungeon?
What is the meaning of this? Let me out of here!
Let me out! I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
I have nothing to do with the case.
I'm not the culprit! Let me go!
Wow, they're all here.
So now we must pick out the true culprit of this case.
The true culprit.
Yuma, you solved all the locked room mysteries before you made it here. You should have all the clues and evidence you need to accuse the culprit. To be honest, when I first met you, I thought you were rather pitiful.
You sure are honest.
But my opinion of you has improved. These mysteries have brought you closer to becoming a true detective. Now tie up all the loose ends and prove that I am not mistaken about you. With your logic, anything is possible.
All right, I'll try.
Ooh, somebody's guilty. My heart's pounding. I'm not the nail man.
I'm not the culprit. I'm not the nail man.
How can I be the nail man?
I'm not the nail man.
I don't remember when she said she broke her arm. Because it's possible that she broke her arm during the third. When trying to nail in. I'm gonna go with
I'm not the culprit.
the obvious one with heavy air quotes. He's slim enough. He's part of the clergy. It's between these two, obviously, but like
I'm not the nail man.
with a broken arm. If I remembered when she had broken it. If I knew it was during the 1 month, if she said, if I remember if she said 1 month ago. Okay, we'll get on with this guy.
I'm not the culprit.
The culprit is you, Father.
What? That's an absolutely...
Ridiculous thing to say.
Him again? Why won't he just give up?
You're saying the priest, a man of the cloth, is the culprit? That's impossible. How dare you spew such nonsense?
Right! Do not make baseless accusations. The culprit has to be someone else.
Yuma, can I leave this to you?
It's not a baseless accusation. You're the only one who could possibly be the culprit.
Master, you're acting like a real detective. Go on and boom kill him.
Also, another thing that could be preventing her from being the killer is her boobs. Literally just her boobs not being able to fit through the vent. Okay, that looks really fucking cool. In like a ridiculous kind of way. Like the whatever the fuck you call the shoulder pads on a suit of armor. What was that on? Guess what was that?
Man of the cloth. like this.
How much do you have ready?
It's total blasphemy! I am not the mailman. That's it! The first one to discover the body. The mailman is the worshiper!
Say,
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know.
The nun must be the culprit.
Might have to go through this a couple
She's
more
dead
times.
and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes.
Oh, I know what it is.
It's not like she's afraid of heights.
It was that one, the previous
She
one.
used the nails to climb. And you know she's always saying, I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
It's clear she's the ruthless sort.
The nun must be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes.
What? No, she isn't. She has a broken arm.
But
Oh, so locked means she couldn't have made. Okay, I see.
She's thin and also works at the church.
So I had the
The
right
nun was absolutely
thing,
able
but
to
the
commit
wrong
crimes.
reasoning.
This is the truth.
the mansion study's locked room. The culprit tossed the key behind the corpse with perfect aim. With her dominant hand injured, the nun couldn't have done that, which means she's not the culprit. It's not the churchgoer, the servant, or the nun. There's only one option left. Father, it's you. You are the nailman.
Hey, say something quick. Otherwise, they'll pin me as the culprit.
Well,
Ah, you're useless. I am a priest in service to God. I am not the nail man.
What god would make you this ugly?
All your proof is nothing but fantasy. You don't have a single piece of hard evidence.
Hard evidence?
but Master, you do! It's easy.
Based on the facts, the priest must be the culprit. The decisive evidence that proves it is... I don't know. What do I do? What do I do?
What?
A detective must always prioritize solving a case. Listen, a detective isn't an arbiter of justice. Unraveling a case is top priority, even with questionable methods.
What do you mean?
In short, you must get them to confess. Use everything in your arsenal, even if it requires bluffing.
Use everything?
Don't hesitate to use anything that might give you an advantage. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Always remember that.
A bluff? In other words, I should just claim I have solid evidence. But what could I use as a bluff?
Okay. Hmm. Based on just the information I have currently, I'm between these two. But I don't want to,
Enough with your stupid fantasies!
Everything miss anything else.
Is nothing but a fantasy!
Oh shit.
Do you have any proof that I'm the culprit? Did you find my fingerprints?
So
Did you find my
it's that one.
blood? Of course there's no evidence.
This is the truth! You left clear evidence at the clock tower's crime scene. There were footprints left under the window in the mud. When we inspected them, we found out they perfectly match your footprints.
Impossible! I already burned those shoes in the incinerator.
You gave yourself away.
I swear, I only enacted justice in the name of God.
Looks like it worked. Good job, Yuma.
Thanks.
Karnai Ward is rotten to the core. To save it, someone had to get their hands dirty. Those slain were the evil incarnate that harm others. That's why the people asked the Nailmen to kill them. Evil must be punished. And so, I strangled them, made them suffer. All I did was slay evil.
If someone hates somebody bad enough, they give that name to the Nailman. And this priest went around killing those people as the Nailman.
The urban legend offered targets for murder.
A priest is supposed to be the voice of God, but he went around killing people because someone wanted them dead.
What is awesome?
It's terrible. It's insane to think that he'd kill people for a reason like that.
That could be said about all murders. Insane people kill for insane reasons. Anyway, you did it, Yuma. My expectations of you weren't wrong after all.
Is it finally over? Huh, nothing's happening. But last time...
Yeah, the soul of the true culprit who created this mystery labyrinth should appear. And since it didn't, it looks like this isn't over yet.
Huh? It's not over?
There are still mysteries related to the Nailman killings within this mystery labyrinth.
But we solved all of the locked rooms and discovered the true identity of the Nailman. Was I wrong? But the priest even confessed to it.
Calm down, Yuma. There's no need to panic. If the Nailman's identity is exposed and all mysteries are yet to be solved, then most likely someone else's agenda is involved in this string of killings.
Someone else's agenda?
Meaning the Nailman didn't work alone.
You mean there's another culprit? But
He's working with the
Yuma,
peacekeeper.
If you consider yourself to be a detective, you must see the truth through to the very end.
And that's
No
why they're
mystery
covering it up.
concludes with a dead end. There is nothing we detectives cannot solve.
all right.
We have to review these killings from a different perspective.